Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing a little secret, and I'm also sharing skincare at 30, which may or may not be my secret. So if you want to keep watching, or if you want to learn more about skincare at 30 or in your 30s, then just keep watching. Okay, so you probably already know this and can guess because it's super obvious, but my secret is that I am turning 30 this month. So I thought it would be fun to do a video on all of the skincare that I use and just some tips because skincare is super important in your 30s. I feel like it's the time to definitely amp things up, be more intentional, and to really learn, if you don't already know, like what works for your skin and what you need to do to prevent aging. If you care about that, which I care a lot about that. So skincare is something that I am just super passionate about. All of the products I'm talking about today are by Skin Resource MD. So thank you to them for sponsoring this post and for collaborating with me. I have used their stuff for almost 2 years now. It's legit, it's affordable, it's created by dermatologists. It's the real deal. And it's just like your core skincare products, nothing like fancy or trendy. It is like basic essential skincare products. So all of the things I'll talk about are by them. I do not have makeup on. I am going to actually, as I go through each product, I'm going to apply them because I just washed my face for the day, and so I just want to show you like how I put on my skincare products, because that's a question I get quite a bit, like what order skincare goes in, how much to use, and things like that. So I'm just going to show you. What else before we start I was going to share? Oh, I did a post a few weeks ago on just skincare for every age, so like 20s, 30s, 40s, and plus, or and older. So I'm going to go over that section of the post, the 30s, what I had for my tips in that. So now is the time to start using stronger products. So being more intentional and using products for your age. So we'll talk about that in a second. And more potent products, which is basically just serum. So serum is just a very concentrated product that you use right after you cleanse your face, before you moisturize. And serums are more, like they have more of the active ingredients, so they're very potent. So you want to make sure you're definitely using good serums. And eye creams, eye serums or eye creams. I have an eye serum that I'll show you. That has a lot of skin loving ingredients for the under eye area, because that area is not like, you don't want to put your other products in your like around your eyes because they're not made for that area, and it's a very sensitive spot. So you want to make sure you're using a product specifically for that. And if you're in your 30s, something that's going to help you with anti-aging. Let's see, antioxidant rich products. So I also have talked a ton about antioxidants, but it's basically a huge it's very important in preventing aging because free radicals are what the antioxidant serum help fight. They fight the free radicals, which are just like these like loose cells, loose atoms. I don't know that, I'm not a scientist, but they're just like free radicals. They are not paired, and so that's a huge component in like causing aging. And as you can see, I am not very smooth in talking about that, but antioxidant products are super important. That's the main takeaway from that, which I will show you my favorite one and find a great night cream. So night cream is very important because at night your skin like renews and rejuvenates and like repairs itself. So you want to make sure that you're using a really good night cream to help your skin do that. And I'll share my favorite one. You guys probably already know it's the Baobab, and I'll talk about that in a second. And then next tip that I have on this post, and I will link this post too, so you guys can read all of the tips and see the products in this post. But next tip is to not skip SPF. So sunscreen is so important. You guys hear that all the time, I'm sure. It's because it really is, and it's like it's something that's easy to skip, and it's something that's easy to like forget about and not think about. So my tips are like, just make sure you're using something easy. So I'll show you my tinted moisturizer. That is the SPF that I use most of the time. I also have my foundation, like if I do my makeup for the day, like quarantine, I've done my makeup like twice. But anyways, my foundation has SPF too. So that way I'm just like not thinking about it really, if that makes sense. There's also like powders, spray on sunscreens. Just make it easy and make it something like set it by the door, or do something that's gonna remind you to put it on so you don't forget. lash and brow serum. That's another tip that I have on this post, because I feel like aging also, like, your brows and your lashes just aren't the same. So you want to use something to help support that. I have a DIY one that I just used lavender, frankincense, and castor oil, and super easy. You just put that on at night. And then a couple more tips before I show you the products. Don't forget your neck and décolleté, your chest area, when you do all of your skincare. And I'm wearing this sweatshirt, so I won't be able to get all the way down there, but these spots age as well. So don't forget your these areas when you're applying your skincare, like your serums and your moisturizers especially. And then lastly is to just, like, I feel like I make it easy for you guys to set up your skincare routine. So my last tip is just to set something up that's super easy and simple that you're gonna wanna do. Make it your, like, self-care of the day. Make it your 5 minutes just for you. Make it enjoyable, I guess, and then just stick with it. Do it morning and night, and don't skip it, and your skin will be amazing, I promise. Okay, so those are all of the tips. Now I'm gonna share my my routine. So I use a few different cleansers. My favorite is the Skin Resources Gentle Cleanser, and I don't have that in front of me, but I'll link it. I talk about it all the time. It's the Total Facial Cleansing Gel. I think that's the full name of it, but it's like under $10. It's a huge bottle. It comes with a pump, which I love in the shower. I don't like squeezing stuff out. Anyways, that's just my picky preference, but and it just gently cleanses your skin without stripping it. It doesn't make my skin feel like itchy or super dry and tight, so I love it. I use it morning, and at night I like to use a cleansing oil. So that is just, there's tons of them on the market, but you can also just throw one together with some rosehip oil and lavender and frankincense or something like that. But I basically just remove all my makeup with the cleansing oil and then use a hot washcloth to wipe that off. But that is my nighttime. But daytime, I use the other cleanser. So I just washed my face with that cleanser, and then the next step is to use a serum. So I'll talk about all three. I'm only going to use one. So the first one is an anti-aging serum. This is the Age Limit Refinishing Serum. This is amazing for anti-aging because it exfoliates your skin and reveals fresh and new bright skin. And it also helps with pores. It helps with a ton of things, but really it's refinishing. So it's gonna help with just kind of resurfacing your skin, which is super important to do. I don't use this one every single day, but I do use it probably 3 to 4 times a week. You wanna make sure you use sunscreen after using that, but you should be using your sunscreen anyway. This was the very first product that I used by Skin Resource, and it's still, like, in my top 3 products. This is the Hyaluronic Moisture Boost Serum. This is so good, you guys, and it's so affordable. It was just part of their sale. It goes on sale quite often. It's amazing. It is like a very silky smooth serum. It goes on and absorbs really quick. It leaves your face smooth and plump and ready for makeup. It is just bomb. And hyaluronic acid is really good for your skin in that it, like, helps create this barrier of moisture in your skin to lock in your skin's moisture. It helps just in so many things. So look up hyaluronic acid and then get this serum because you will love it, I promise. And then the next one is the antioxidant serum that I used, and I talked about all the benefits of antioxidants, but they're super important. This one is vitamin C, and it has little tiny beads. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I can peel the label back so maybe you can see a little better, but it has tiny little beads of vitamin C that burst open into your skin. Okay, I can't get it, but maybe you can see from here. But this is like a velvety smooth serum, and I just love putting it on, and it has so many skin benefits, so many. So look up antioxidants in skincare, like Google that, and then get this. Okay, so the serum I'll use today is the hyaluronic acid one. This is the one that I use the most probably. So I'm just going to use probably, this is like a nickel size amount, so you can see it's pretty liquidy, and then I just apply this all over. None of these products have parabens or synthetic ingredients that are harmful to your skin, so that's another tip, is when you're using and picking out skincare, do not use things with fragrance or other things like that that are going to disrupt your hormones, because I hate skincare that's overly fragranced. It's just not necessary, and none of these products have fragrance, so you're good there. Next up is the eye cream. This isn't like an eye serum. It's called the Eye Perfection Therapy, but this has aloe vera, peptides, green tea, and also fragrance free. It just has a lot of ingredients that are really good for that area on your face. I don't think my pump on this one works, so I'm just gonna take it out. I use a very small amount of eye cream, so you probably won't even be able to see on there. And I always use my ring finger. I heard that so long ago, that your ring finger is the only finger you should use for your under eye area. I think it's, I really don't even know why, but that's just the finger that I use. So I put some on, rub it together, and then just kind of pat it all around. Gently massage it in. And you want to do your whole orbital bone, so around your eye, not too close to your eyeball, obviously. And then the last or next step is moisturizer. This is the one I talked about as being like a super awesome night cream, but this is the Baobab Skin Correction Facial Cream. This, they actually just got new packaging. This is the old one still. They use less plastic, and actually the product, the like size of the jar is bigger, so you get more product and less packaging, which is good. So this one, you guys, is almost gone. I don't know if you can see in there. I'm like scraping the bottom, but I've gone through, I don't even know how many of these. It's amazing. And you also want to make sure you wear sunscreen after this, because it kind of like exfoliates and does the same thing as the serum. But this one I use probably a nickel size amount and put this all over. Again, fragrance free, synthetic ingredient free. And the Baobab, Google the Baobab. It's also known as the Tree of Life. It's so good. Oh, another thing I forgot I kind of wanted to talk about was like jade rollers and facial rollers. I would also, if you don't use those already, I would start using them, because it really just helps penetrate your product deeper into your skin. I like to use those after my serum and then again after my moisturizer. It's one of those things though that you have to have like out on the counter so you don't forget to use it, but I love it. It's like a little massage for your face too. I have a lot of I have a couple of videos on how to use a jade roller, and I will try to link that here or here, but I would try it. It's really cool. And there's a lot of benefits. So that was my skincare routine. Now the last step is SPF. This is the SPF, the tinted sunscreen that I have used since it came out. And I want to say maybe, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago they came out with this, but there are 2 different sunscreens that they have. Actually, there might be 3. Anyways, this is the Hyaluronic Facial Solar Protector SPF 44, and it is tinted. It is reef safe. It is water resistant. I put this all over my body. I know that's weird, but it kind of smooths and perfects, you know, your body while you're at the beach. But anyways, this is the old bottle too. I was looking for my new one. I think it's in my beach bag, but this is just, you guys, you need this. It's so good. It only comes in 1 shade, and I would say it's like a medium-ish shade. So that is, I guess, the only downside of that, but this is so good. So I showed how to use it on my stories the other day, but this is what you do. So you just pump. I use this amount, let's say it's another like a nickel size amount, and kind of just put it all over with your fingers. And then if you really want it to be blended and look like seamless, I'll show you what I do. But most of the time I just massage it in with my hands. Don't even use a beauty blender. That's what I'm going to show you. So if you're using it as like your foundation to the rest of your makeup and you just want it to be perfect, you can blend it in with a sponge. But it goes on super smooth. It leaves your face really dewy and just has like a really glowy, pretty finish. And this is just a damp beauty sponge, and I'm just bouncing it all over. It kind of picks up the excess and makes sure there's no spots that aren't blended in. It's not too tinted, but you just want to make sure it's smoothed in. Okay, so that is it. These are the products that I seriously cannot live without. I will link everything in the blog post that goes with this video, which will be in the description. Let me know if you have questions on Skin Resource. Everyone that buys it from my recommendation always messages me and says that they love it, that it's like their holy grail, because a lot of people have sensitive skin and they're looking for something that's not going to irritate, which this stuff is perfect because it doesn't have those synthetic ingredients or fragrance that is most of the time what irritates sensitive skin. And they do have products that are specifically for sensitive or skin that has had like reaction to other things. Let me know if you have any questions on anything that I talked about today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your tips for 30 skincare in the comments below because I need them all. And have a great day, guys. Thanks. Bye.